Welcome to the weekly and welcome to my second fair trade auction. Now, I'm having this auction today because it's in celebration for Earth Day, which is today. So every piece that's sold in this auction will plant 2 trees in celebration of Earth Day. Now, this is how the auction works. Starting at 8 p.m. today, running all the way through Sunday at midnight, you can bid on any of the pieces that you like in this auction. Simply email me at info@matthiasstudios.com with your pieces of interest, and I will keep you informed as to where you are in your bid. Again, the auction closes Sunday at midnight, so you have all that time between this evening and all into tomorrow to bid on your pieces of interest. So let's get this auction started with a very significant piece, I must say. This is from my current series. I call them my Enzo bowls. Now, this particular bowl was a prototype of what now I have in production and is being offered on my website, matthiasstudios.com. And Enzo is a painting of a circle done all in one stroke. That process of Enzo painting inspired me in the glazing of these bowls. The glaze, what I do is I dip the brush in my ocean, I call that my ocean blue glaze. I dip the brush very slowly. It's a meditation. And then all in one breath, I stroke the brush onto the bowl to create that brush mark. The bowl itself, I think it's kind of a statement piece. It's a larger bowl, measures 13 inches in diameter, has a really interesting shape to it. The glazing of the brush, of course, is interesting, and the exterior of the bowl is just as interesting. You can see the seam of the bowl itself. It just has a lot of nice lines, a lot of nice presence to the bowl itself. So that is auction item number 1. Bid on it, info@matthiasstudios.com. Off to item number 2. Another prototype for what my current nesting bowls look like. This is a 2-set bowl series. I picked this particular item out because I just think the glazing is so interesting on the bowl itself. You can see the dip lines. That's the interior of the bowl. Look at that dip line on the exterior. Really cool lines on this bowl. That's the larger bowl, measuring about 9 inches in diameter, and then the smaller bowl, lots of interesting glazing happening on that bowl. That dip line there matches the exterior dip line. Nice statement piece. Everything is food safe, so you could use these for decoration or you could use them to eat out of. The next bowl, I'm known for my bowls, if you're getting the drift. Another prototype, never made it into production itself. I call that my ocean wave bowl. That edging along the bowl itself just reminds me of the ocean. Lots of information going on this bowl. There's the inside of the glazing itself. Again, lots of movement, all inspired by the ocean, all inspired by living on the beach. Typical Wrexham beach rock, that's what they look like. And then the blues from the ocean itself. Nice bowl. Large bowl. Could be a grapefruit bowl or again stand alone. It measures 10 inches in diameter and it would stand roughly 6 inches off in height on your table. So again, nice piece for a large countertop space. Moving on to a different series of bowls that never made it into production. Again, they're prototypes. I called them my lip bowls because of that little lip or handle on the bowl itself. I call them, instead of handles, I called them lips. This has a nice glaze to it. You can kind of see the 3 different types of sheens going on there. Nice information on the side of the bowl. You can see the seam work. This bowl measures, I think it's 9 inches, 10 inches in diameter. So this is auction item number 4. Auction item number 5, very similar. One lip, nicely dip. You can see the dip lines. The difference in this one, it's just slightly larger than the previous one. Also, there's this really interesting light blue going across the diameter of the bowl versus the dark blue and then my matte white finish, which adds a lot of interest to this. I don't know if the camera can capture that, but it's a really interesting glaze pattern. The next lip bowl, this is auction item number 6, is a little larger. Nice statement piece. Zoom in on that glaze. Very interesting what happened with the glazes on this bowl on the interior as well as the exterior. Look at that. That's just an interesting, eye-catching glaze patterns. I always thought this would make a great pasta dish, personally. It measures 12 inches in diameter. That is auction number 6. The pasta bowl. All right, moving on to a unique 2 sets here. I was dabbling in making rice bowls. The first set comes two rice bowls with a sushi dish. The rice bowls themselves are pretty cool because you can rest your chopsticks right onto the bowl itself. Nice, interesting glaze pattern going on there. Just love the profile of that bowl. And then the sushi dish itself, just sold one of these yesterday, has that cool swipe mark, the brush mark. Really cool dish. Love that profile too. The next auction item, this is number 8. It's just 2 rice bowls. Dipping process is different. I dipped it into the glaze like that. You can see nice dramatic line in the bowl. Here's the other bowl. Again, really cool. Resting the chopsticks on the bowl. Really nice profile. Very, has a nice feel to it when you're eating your rice. I love these bowls. Auction item number 9. Now we're heading into another prototype series here. I was really getting serious with making my nesting bowls. This is a 2-bowl set. Very interesting profile. Tiny little lips on these bowls. Makes them very interesting to look at. The smaller bowl and the larger bowl. They both have a nice rock-like finish, capturing those rocks on Wrexham Beach. Nice profile there. Very interesting. This is auction item number 9. 2-bowl set. Here's the other bowl. Nice interesting glaze on the inside going on there. They're really minimal. Very nice minimal bowls. Nice in a contemporary house. Auction item number 10. This particular set, again, very interesting because of the way they fit together. And the glazing pattern is very interesting, especially on this larger bowl. It matches that inside. Very interesting there. It has a little fracture. Usually I throw away my fractured bowls. I thought that fracture line added interest to this particular piece itself. And actually there's that little glazing lip on this bowl, I think, just is on the exterior and then on the interior. Adds so much interest. These bowls, they're like otherworldly. You know, they look ancient. They were made in another time and in another place. That's why I think the bowls are so interesting. That piece, I think, stands alone as decoration. But enjoy some food out of it. My next piece, this is auction number 11. Serious nesting bowl set. Series of 6 bowls with my drizzled pattern look, which I never put into production. Nice set of bowls for spices, for fruits, for veggies. The largest bowl measures, I think it's a little over 9 inches in diameter. Very appealing to look at, actually. It's highly decorative. Now the last auction item Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. Very significant piece. See, all of these pieces are significant in the history of where I am right now with my creations. But this particular, I call this my ocean bowl. Very particular in how it was glazed and how it was produced. It was produced, I have a sandbox in my studio, and what I do is I shape the sand, and then I lay the clay in the shape of that sand. So the exterior has all this texture to it because it was laying in the sand. And then the interior I make super smooth. And then when I glaze it, it's a highly shiny glaze. I don't use those high shines a whole lot. And then the exterior is called Shino glazing, and it highlights the textures in the bowl itself. There's some blue glaze marks on there. The inside is interesting because I don't know if the light, if you're capturing that glazed pattern there. So we're exactly where I am with my current pieces of work right now, from affecting how I do the lotus bowls. So it's a significant piece. It reminds me of the marshes, the rivers, the marshy rivers that flank one side of me, and then I live on the ocean. Everything comes from that ocean. That's why I call it my ocean bowl. So very unique piece. This piece has a real presence to it. Would look great on a coffee table or a large dining room table. It measures almost 15 inches in diameter. It would stand about 5 inches in height on your table. So a bowl of presence, definitely. Well, that's the last auction item. That's auction item number 12. So good luck on all the items that you're interested in. Email me at info@matthiasstudios.com, and I'll keep you informed as to where your bid is into tomorrow, and it will close at midnight, and you'll know if you won your piece or not. Good luck, and until next week, as always, stay creative, and let's plant some trees in this auction.